Hello.
Then, now,
Bow down to the queens.
Episode number 500.
forever,
Looks like hell froze over.
Without any more further ado,
together.
let's jump straight into the show. Hello, and welcome to episode number 4 of the TEW 9. How long do you reckon it's going to be before, I don't make that mistake? I'm guessing a very long time. But yes, episode number 4 of the TEW 9 Challenge Run. We're here for Monday, July 8th, 2024. We are 2 shows away from King of the Ring, and we'll find out the other Raw semi-finalists tonight for both King and Queen of the Ring, when LA Knight faces Intercontinental Champion Jay White, and Xavier Woods faces Damian Priest. And on the women's side, it's Stephanie Vaquer against Ruca, and Tiffany Stratton against Mackie. Also tonight, we have Christian going one-on-one with Buddy Bloody Murphy, and we'll hear from the American Nightmare, our WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, following the announcement of a 60-minute Iron Man match at King of the Ring. Without any more further ado, let's jump straight into the show. Cody's the first up, and he says, "So, Mobile Civic Center Arena, whatever that is, what do you guys want to talk about? Last week, I made what many people online are calling a mistake. Many people online think that I got in way over my head last week when I stormed down to that ring and I challenged the ring general Gunther to a match at King of the Ring for my WWE Championship. Now I know that me and Gunther have had our issues this year. We main evented WrestleMania together, but at Money in the Bank, it was me, it was Gunther, it was Seth freaking Rollins in a triple threat match, and I managed to retain my championship on that night. But Gunther, he's not satisfied, because Gunther, he watched Seth Rollins take that pinfall, and he thinks he's owed another shot. Well, if Gunther thinks he's got what it takes to defeat me, he can go ahead and try it. 60 minutes on the clock, whoever gets the most falls wins. Because I'm standing here right now making this declaration. At King of the Ring, Gunther, you will give me quite possibly the most difficult fight of my career. 60 minutes in the ring with any man is a lot to digest, let alone an animal, a savage machine like the Ring General. But make no bones about it, Gunther. I'm not scared of you. Perhaps I should be scared of you. Perhaps I should be scared of Imperium. But the last time me and you were one-on-one in this ring, I was the one who came out on top. And in 2 weeks' time, July 20th, at King of the Ring, it's gonna be the same outcome. CM Punk comes out, and he comes to the ring, and he says, "Cody, I'd hate to steal your thunder from you right now. You're hell of it. You're in the zone. But you and I, ever since I came back here to WWE, we've had this thing going on. Don't think I can sense this thing we've got going on, Cody. You and I, we're joint at the hip with this. Which is why, Cody, I'm coming out here as a man to tell you, I don't think you have what it takes to beat Gunther in an Iron Man match. Now, on my hand, I've got my own issues to deal with. I've got Chad Gable walking around here claiming he's better than me. Okay, and Chad Gable. Chad Gable blames himself for your victory at WrestleMania because of all the work he did against Gunther. You haven't got Chad Gable this time, Cody, because I'm going to kick his ass at King of the Ring. But Cody, this is my official declaration. If you ever find yourself outmanned, outmatched against Imperium and Gunther, I'm your guy. Cody goes, Punk, I appreciate it. But, you should be focused on Chad Gable and not really on what I'm doing right now. Hell, I know another guy who's got issues with Imperium right now. But if we need your help, we'll give you a call, Phil. I appreciate it. And then Cody leaves. And Punk sort of stands there thinking about it. He's like, huh, did Cody Rhodes just blow me off? But then cut back, Chad Gable's watching that backstage, Money in the Bank briefcase in his hands. Annie Ogogo was a backstage player, so of course the rating got shit. I have heard they're patching that. I think I've said that before. But the patches, I haven't got the new patch yet, so hopefully soon the ratings will be better because it's really starting to annoy me. Gable goes, that's it, huh? Punk, you're already looking beyond me. You're looking at Gunther and Cody. Well, Punk, I hope you do keep looking beyond me. You know what happened last time you looked beyond me? I snapped your damn ankle. And that was before I had this Money in the Bank briefcase. So, Punk, I'll see you in Mexico City. As for you, you can keep focusing your attention wherever you want to focus it, as long as you bring 100% of yourself to King of the Ring. I don't mind. I'll wait for you. Because when I put you down again this time, it'll be for good. 72 rated opening match. That's pretty good, actually. 73 rated wrestling rating, 55 crowd rating. I put this for Steal of the Show because I imagine this could be like a quick sort of Steal of the Show match. Stephanie Vaquer, though, does advance to the next round of Queen of the Ring. She defeats Ruca in 8:33 by pinfall. So she'll advance and she'll face the winner of Tiffany against Mackie later on tonight. Next week in the Raw semi-final of Queen of the Ring. Stephanie gets a 77, 70 for Sol. And yeah, pretty good match, if I do say so myself. We then get a quick video. It's like a video package, a montage of the week in Logan Paul. He's doing media tours, he's doing Prime stuff all over the world. He's bringing the Primesaurus with him. You just see like a miserable Luchasaurus just stood in the background with Prime logos plastered all over him. With little kids taking photos with the new Prime mascot. He's giving out bottles of Prime. He's just having a grand awful time. And Logan goes, hey, after this great stop in a week in the life of Logan Paul, the Primesaurus, the kids love him. But we're going to be back next week. Back to our home on Monday Night Raw. We look forward to seeing you all then. Prime for everybody. I hope my friends, Jeff and Cameron and Lido, are holding it down. Because myself and JJ, we're coming back to Raw next week. We then see, why did Becky do so shit here? Okay. We then see the tag team champions arrive. It's Tegan Nox and Piper Niven. And they say on SmackDown that they need to start, making the towns, brother. They just start going to Raw, ECW, looking for the best opposition to defend their championships against. When Becky comes up to them, she goes, who invited you into my locker room? And Piper and Tegan are like, well, good evening to you, Becky. How can we help you? Instead, you dare bring those championships into my locker room, huh? Okay, rubbing it in my face, okay, that I'm out of Queen of the Ring. I see what you're doing here, and quite frankly, I don't find it funny, okay? You think you'd know better than to insult and mock the leader of the locker room, to insult and mock the greatest of all time with these damn championships? And then Tegan goes, well, actually, as champions, we're here looking to be fighting champions and defend our titles against, the best tag teams on Raw. And Becky goes, well, it's me. I'm the best tag team on Raw. I can win those championships by myself. Piper's like, not exactly how it works, Becky. And Becky goes, well, I can find a friend. I'm the goddamn man. I'm the best. Who wouldn't want to team with me? I can find a tag team partner tonight, and me and my partner will defeat you, and I'll finally become the tag team champions. Tegan just goes, yeah, sure. We'll see you out there then. Becky goes, Now I need to find a partner. Who wants to team with me? Bianca? No, she's busy. Rhea? She's busy. Bailey? She's not here. Who am I gonna get? Who's gonna team with me? 83 rated match in King of the Ring. And your winner, and advancing to the Raw semi-finals of King of the Ring, is LA Knight. Yeah. He pins the Intercontinental Champion Jay White. I believe his first pinfall defeat since coming to the company at WrestleMania. At the hands of LA Knight here at King of the Ring. 81 for LA Knight, 79 for Jay White, 83 for the match. Yeah, that's pretty good. And yeah, LA Knight advances to the semi-finals of King of the Ring. He faces AJ Styles on next week's show, with the winner of Xavier Woods and Damian Priest facing off against Montez Ford next week. After the match, LA Knight's jumped by the Guns. The Guns start laying into LA Knight. When Trick Williams rushes out from the back, he delivers the big tricky kick on Austin Gunn. LA Knight plants a BFT on Cohen. And LA Knight and Trick Williams stand aligned against, I guess, the Switchblade Guns here tonight. They come backstage. Kathy Kelly says, "My guest at this time, Seth Rollins." And Seth walks in, he's a little bit dejected. Kathy goes, "Seth, many are calling it one of the biggest upsets in King of the Ring history last week." And Seth goes, "They shouldn't be calling it one of the greatest upsets in King of the Ring history. Montez Ford, he's a former world champion, he's one of the greatest wrestlers here in this company. I don't understand why people are disrespecting him, because I didn't live up to my end of the bargain. Tez was the better man last week. Tez is a superstar here. And he was better than me last week. I've got no excuses, Kathy. I came up short. Just like I came up short back at Money in the Bank. But I've been coming up short all my life. And I've never once let it get me down. Kathy, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go out there tonight. I'm going to get my mojo back. Whoever wants a piece of Seth freaking Rollins can come and get it." That's when Imperium walked up to Seth. Gunther laughing at him. He goes, "Seth, I was ready to come out here and congratulate you on your King of the Ring victory last week, but you lost. I do think that a little bit of it is karma, because you see, I'd be standing here as the World Heavyweight Champion right now if you didn't get involved in my business back at Money in the Bank. So now, it does bring me great joy that you are not standing here in King of the Ring anymore, and that Montez Ford defeated you last week." And Seth goes, "Well, going for you." That's big words, considering Cody is going to have your number King of the Ring. And then you're not going to be standing there World Heavyweight Champion anyway, because you couldn't get the job done when it mattered most. But, like I said, I'm not busy tonight. So if you wanted to go tonight, me and you one-on-one, we'll settle it there. Then Ludwig steps in and he goes, "The Ring General is preparing for 60 minutes of Iron Man action at King of the Ring against Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes even. But I, Ludwig Kaiser, would love to take that mojo that you claim you're bringing back and add it to my collection of great things won in my career here on Raw." And Seth goes, "Great. See you out there, kid." So yeah, Seth and Ludwig later on tonight. We then come back to the ring. Jillian Hall, of all people, comes out. She says, "Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one person in WWE history who knows a thing or two about being musically inclined, it's me, the greatest singer in the history of WWE. So that's why I was honored to be the one to be in charge of tonight's karaoke competition. Let's bring out our first group. Maki, Marika, Mizuki, and Tam, the J-Flow." They come out. Maki's singing. They're doing their normal J-Flow entrance. Singing Maki's theme. The crowd's eating it up because we love them. They're our queens. And then Jillian's like, and now, please welcome the second group. Kenzie Page, Kylie Page, Victoria Shields, and Mina Shirakawa, the Club Venus. They come out dancing. They get to the mic. And Mina's there like, la 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 la. La 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 la. Doing throat warm-ups. She's taking swigs of water. Victoria Shields bringing bottles of water over to her as she clears her throat. And then Kenzie Page takes the mic as some instrumental music starts playing. And then she's like, you know what? Forget this. And then, bang, turns around, punches Mizuki in the face. A brawl ensues. So, then J-Flo and Club Venus continue brawling on the stage, on the ramp. But in the end, it is J-Flo who get the upper hand because Mackie is in a Queen of the Ring match coming up next. It's Mackie against Tiffany Stratton. It's a 78. And, yeah, Tiffany does advance to the next round. Obviously, Mackie has just been in a brawl because Club Venus aren't singers, But, yeah. Tiffany does advance. She hits the PME in 8:14. 71 for Tiffany, 72 for Mackie. So it is Tiffany Stratton who rounds out the Raw semi-finals of Queen of the Ring. So next week it is Tiffany against Stephanie and Bianca against Nova. And then the two winners of that match will meet in the Raw final of Queen of the Ring at Evolution next Sunday. We then cut backstage. Killer Kelly, she's minding her own business in the locker room, eating like a protein bar or something. When Becky storms into the locker room, she goes, you! And she goes, I'm busy. She goes, you are my tag team partner tonight. Kelly goes, really? I thought you thought I was a loser. Becky goes, no, you said I was a loser. I never said you were a loser. And Kelly goes, yeah, you did. Last week. Becky goes, did I? Well, I'm sure I was just annoyed that, Alien Girl came back and beat me in Queen of the Ring. I didn't mean anything, Kelly. I didn't mean it. You're great. You're a killer. It's in your name. And I'm offering you a chance to dance in the big time. How would you like to be the girl who holds one of Becky Lynch's tag team championships? Kelly goes, you mean be tag team champions with you? Becky goes, that's what I said. Kelly goes, fine. I'm not going to turn down a free title match. Let's do it. So yeah, Becky Lynch and Killer Kelly will be the two wrestling for the Women's Tag Team Championships later on tonight. Then cut back. Kathy Kelly is there waiting when Club Venus come out after their brawl with J-Flo earlier on tonight. And Kathy goes, girls, that wasn't really, very sportsmanlike earlier on tonight. And Kenzie Page, who I guess is the speaker of this group, goes, it wasn't, Kathy. It wasn't, was it? Oh, here's the thing. We're not singers. Okay? We're fighters. We may look pretty and be pretty and dance pretty, but we don't get down with all this J-Flo singing nonsense. We fight. And if they want to fight, if they think they can fight better than we can, then how about we end this once and for all? Club Venus, J-Flo, 4v4 at Evolution. And she storms off. Yeah, new match seemingly set for Evolution. J-Flo girls against Club Venus. It may or may not be on the kickoff, because I've got 11 matches set for Evolution, so one of them is going to be on the kickoff. I really don't want it to be this, but it might end up being this. We then get a sit-down interview. Jim Ross, he did the sit-down interviews in real life with Swerve and Daniel Bryan. So we've got him doing them here tonight. And his guests are Roxy Perez and Cora Jade. And he goes, ladies, I've been in the business, for a long, long time. Longer than probably both of you have been alive combined. And I've got to say, last week, I was both disgusted and impressed by what you did to the WWE Women's Champion. So can you please explain, what the motivation is behind this new group here, and how you're preparing Cora to take on Bayley at Evolution? And Cora goes, I think we explained most of it last week, JR. Bayley, through all her faults throughout the years, has been a role model of mine. She calls herself the role model because that's what she is to girls like me and Roxy. Even when I first came up here to WWE, you saw that. I spent my whole life around Bayley. I wanted to do everything to win Bayley's approval. And I thought I'd done that, but Bayley would then, go out on her own, not even discuss it with me. Bayley would abandon me. She'd abandon Dakota, and Dakota, she went and found new friends. But me, I was devastated. My hero. You see, to Dakota Kai, Bayley was just a friend that she could replace. Bayley was my idol. And to see her kick me to the curb like that. All that time I was on ECW, I was doing my own thing to get noticed, but I had Bayley in the back of my brain. I knew that I could play on her supposed newfound innocence once again. Because Bayley deep down knows who she really is. She's still that same Bayley that stabbed me in the back all those years ago. But now she's pretending to be this hero once again to the girls and fans of the WWE. Really? Bayley's 35, pretending she's 25. Bayley is yesterday's news. They say don't meet your heroes because they're going to disappoint you, and I know that more than anybody now. Roxy knows that more than anybody now. The generation of women that we grew up aspiring to be like are a joke. Sure, they held it down when the division was tough and needed rebuilding. But the foundations, they've been long built right now. To the fact that the ones that Bayley and Becky and Alexa put down are getting all rusty. They need to be destroyed and rebuilt in a new image. And at Evolution, we're going to do just that. When I finally plant Bayley's big head in the mat, take that WWE Women's Championship and usher in a new era, a new generation. The generation of Jade. Then Roxy sort of leans forward. She goes, do you know who it was, JR, all those years ago, when I was aspiring young 20-year-old prodigy wrestling for Booker T's independence, who reached out to me and said, hey, we really think you do a great job here in WWE, I'm sure I can speak to some people to try and get you a tryout. Do you know who did that? Wasn't Bayley. Wasn't anybody who should have that seniority. Anybody who should have the ability to scout talent for the future. It was Cora. A woman just a year older than me, the same generation, was bringing in another girl to NXT. Definitely somebody who you could look at as competition to her spot. Because we're both fighting to be the best. But she did that. And that shows you the heart that Cora Jade has for the next generation of wrestling. The heart that I have for the next generation of wrestling. If this was Bayley's era, we'd have been bullied out of the locker room. Because Bayley couldn't dare have anybody touch her precious spot. Well, the time's running out on the Horsewomen era. The time's running out on Alexa's era. The time's running out on that era of women's wrestling. Because we aren't going anywhere. That's when Alexa Bliss starts flying. She starts brawling with Roxy. And Cora Jade jumps Alexa as well. Then we get a 2-on-1 attack. Cora holds Roxy in place. Holds Alexa in place as Roxy grabs a camera or something. Smashes it over Alexa's head. JR's just watching on in shock. We recreate the JR meme from, I think it was Kenny was getting attacked on that one interview on AEW. And he was just stood there in the background watching. We recreate that. And then, Cora and Roxy leave as Alexa's left laid out in the interview room. 80 rated match. Christian defeats Buddy Murphy in 9 minutes and 19 of a kill switch, because Dirty Dom appears and aids Christian. 79 for Buddy Murphy, 72 for Christian. And yeah, after their talk last week, it appears that Dirty Dom has come to the aid of Christian. And then after the match, Dominic gets into the ring. Christian's there with a big smile on his face. And him and Dominic have a big hug in the middle of the ring. Dijak's just watching on in the background, looking confused and irritated that Dominic Mysterio is now in his group. We then cut to a video. You know, the house, the Belair Ford household. You know, they're gathering round eating dinner. You know, like the old segments with the Way, basically. And Montez Ford goes, "Did you hear what the word on the streets is, Bianca Belair?" She goes, "I didn't, babe. You know, what are we saying?" And Tez goes, "They're saying that Montez Ford's victory over Seth Rollins is being called an upset in King of the Ring." Bianca goes, "Babe, nah. There ain't no upset. You're the greatest damn wrestler in the whole company, babe. You know, you're gonna win the entire King of the Ring. Babe, it's yours. Nobody can stop you." Montez Ford goes, "It sure is, B. And I'm looking at the Queen of the Ring right here as well. Queen Bianca, King Tez, and our Prince and Princess, Lil Lauro and Miss Jackson. No, this is the royal life. We already live the life of luxury. The only thing missing is that certified royalty and those crowns we can wear around our heads to show that we are the best. Because next week, Bianca B, you'll go into some weird galaxy. You gotta face Nova." She goes, "That's right, babe. And when I dispose of that weird alien girl, you, babe, you are gonna beat either Damian Priest or Xavier Woods. And then we're gonna go on to King of the Ring and Evolution. And babe, I'm telling you right now, we're both walking out King and Queen." So yeah, just a quick segment at home with Bianca and Montez Ford. So I was watching, Bianca was on talking to Cody on that show on the WWE YouTube channel, and they were talking about Montez Ford, and Cody was like, "Do you have any nicknames for Montez Ford?" And Bianca was like, "Oh, I just call him Babe every single time, and like, if you were speaking to him, like, it would get annoying." So I'm gonna steal that and make that part of the character, because that would be funny. So it's just Babe this, Babe that, Babe, Babe, Babe. Then cut backstage. Big Cass and Orange. Oh, he is Orange Cassidy. Well, what the fuck? Big Cass isn't here yet. Orange Cassidy and Odyssey Jones. It is hot in my bedroom. I think I'm starting to lose my fucking mind. Orange Cassidy and Odyssey Jones are yapping it up backstage when Adriana Rizzo walks in with Big Cass. She goes, "I bet you thought that stunt last week was really smart, huh? Well, here's the bill." Fuck. That would have been such a good joke. Sadly, he's called Big Cass in WWE, because otherwise I would have done the joke that says, "Here's the bill," and then Big Bill walks in, and then Adriana Rizzo would then hand the actual bill over after that and go, "And here's the fine." But anyway, she hands it, goes, "Here's the bill. You know, this is cover those damages that you made Big Cass cause in the restaurant last week." And Odyssey goes, "Bitch, he's the one who threw me through a wall." Rizzo goes, "Yeah, but Gonzalo, he's like family to us, okay? He plays nice with us. He don't play nice with you guys. Think about what you're doing next time before you mess with the family." And then Rizzo and Big Cass walk off, and Odyssey and Orange Cassidy sort of look at the bill, and Orange just shrugs and goes, "Split?" And Odyssey goes, "Sure, split." Then Christian, Dijak, and Dominic walk past, and the camera follows them. Christian goes, "Finally, it's happening. For all this time, I've been the greatest savior here on Monday Night Raw. And I've had to listen to people like Cody Rhodes yap on and on and on about their father and how embarrassing their father is. I am the best father figure here in WWE, and as proof, My new lost young soul, Dominic Mysterio, needed saving. He grew up without a father, because his father was a deadbeat. His father was on the road every single day, couldn't spend time with his own son. But worry not, Dominic, because now I'm your father. We're family. We are the patriarchy. And we run Monday Night Raw. $90 rating, let's fucking go, we'll take that. Seth Rollins and Ludwig Kaiser. Seth does defeat Ludwig in 13-18 with a curb stomp. 90 rating for Ludwig and a 97 for Seth. Fucking yeah, baby. Let's go. Banger. So Seth's had a 19 and 99 so far. He's on track to be Wrestler of the Year already. But then after the match, Seth Rollins is jumped by Giovanni Vinci, and Gunther does join in the fight this time. You know, he's a bit of a hypocrite because this time he's actually getting his hands dirty, attacking Seth Rollins. When Cody Rhodes does storm out from the back, he tries to start taking the fight to the other two members of Imperium. Gunther drops him as well. And then, you know, all three members of Imperium beat up Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. When CM Punk storms out. You know, he said earlier on tonight he'll always have Cody's back. Vinci charges at him, he gets scooped up, hits with a GTS, he stumbles to the outside. Cody, you know, or the Seth even gets up, he stomps Ludwig. And then Cody goes to crossroads Gunther, but Gunther gets away and scurries away. And then all three of our babyfaces stand tall when Seth clocks that CM Punk is in the ring. And he sort of just glares a hole through him, and Punk sees him and like stares back. And Cody gets in the middle, like, whoa, guys, you know, like, calm down. He goes, what's he doing out here? Oh, this doesn't concern you, Phil, huh? You're being a spotlight hog, like usual. Gotta get your nose involved in shit that don't belong to you. Punk goes, sorry, looks like you were getting your ass kicked out here. It felt like, you know, somebody could come and help you, or else you're gonna get beaten and battered again, because like the loser you are, because you're not really getting a lot of things done by yourself. And Seth goes, yeah, or we can fight right now, huh? And Cody's in the middle of trying to hold him back and go, no, relax. You know, we all want what's best for Raw here. Punk, go to the back and focus on Chad Gable. Seth, go to the back and heal up after the match. We need to get ready. You know, next week, it'll be the three of us against them. And then Seth and Punk just sort of glare at Cody like, what? And then look back across at each other. How the fuck are they going to coexist? But, yeah, next week on the Go Home show, what a main event we've got. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins against Imperium. Tatum and Rhea are then backstage. And Rhea's holding the championship. Pax is rubbing the championship while it's on Rhea's shoulder. And she goes, Candice LeRae seems to think that I'm running scared of her because I didn't answer her challenge to a Liberty Championship match at Evolution on Friday night. No, I'm giving you time to reconsider you signing up for your funeral. Okay? Because I'll be coming back to SmackDown on Friday, and I want you to come to me and tell me face to face or face to chest, since you're a wee little girl, that you really want to do this. And Zoe Stark walks into frame. She goes, hey, I can't help but hear you ranting about the Liberty Championship, and I think that, you know, the love for that championship should be spread around, so how about you and me have a match for it? And Rhea goes, finally, somebody who's not scared to come out and get her ass beat. I'll see you on Heat, Zoe. So yeah, Rhea Ripley and Zoe Stark for the Liberty Championship on Heat. 90 rated tag team match. Let's fucking go. Banger. Kelly and Becky had no chemistry. Well, not no chemistry, but neutral chemistry. But Tegan and Piper do retain the Women's Tag Team Championships when Tegan Nox pins Killer Kelly with a Vulture Culture Destroyer in 13:52. Defense number 3 of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, 74 for Killer Kelly, 91 by Becky Lynch, and an 80 for both our champions. After the match, Killer Kelly's down. She's defeated. And Becky's down, sort of glaring at her, and she goes, You are a loser. You cost me my tag team championships, huh? And to think I picked you out of the pack. To think I chose you to rub shoulders with the greatest of all time, and this is how you repay me, huh? She, like, manhandle slams her into the mat, like, 3 times. She goes, somebody needs to teach you some manners and some respect, and I'm gonna be the one who does it, okay? I'm lowering myself to your level. You and me can settle this at Evolution. So yeah, there's your next match for Evolution. Becky Lynch and Killer Kelly. A feud I sort of accidentally booked, but, you know, it's doing wonders for Kelly right now. She's doing really good, and she's feuding with Becky, so fuck it, let's run it on pay-per-view. But then cut to the hospital. Manny and Dio, you know, they appear, they go to speak to the nurse, go, hey, you know, how's she holding up? And they go, she's actually showing a little bit more signs of life recently. You know, every time we go to check on her, she's been out like a light, but, you know, her heart monitor is showing a lot more like she's definitely gonna wake up. And Manny goes, well, that's the best news I've ever heard. I'm so thankful. We thought we'd lost her for good. She goes, I just don't know when or how, but she's gonna make it. You know, something has seemingly, you know, spiritually entered her and given her a second lease on life. You know, it's almost like fate. It's a miracle, you could say. Manny goes, you hear that, Dio? It's a miracle. She's gonna make it. And then we sort of like pan to a camera shot inside the room of Saray just like asleep in the dark hospital room, as we just hear like Manny and Dio chattering on the outside in distance, and then Saray's eyes shoot open and she's got like evil contact lenses on. Next week is the go-home show for King of the Ring, and we have a fucking stacked lineup for you. First of all, we're going to have the King of the Ring Raw semi-finals, the first being either Xavier Woods or Damian Priest, whoever wins our main event tonight, taking on Montez Ford. And then they're going to have AJ Styles against LA Knight. And then the 2 winners of them will meet at King of the Ring in the Raw final of the King of the Ring tournament. On the Queen of the Ring side, it'll be Tiffany Stratton against Stephanie Vaquer in the first Raw semi-final. On the second Raw semi-final, it'll be Nova Nebula, after making her return last week, taking on Bianca Belair. Plus, in non-King and Queen of the Ring action, it's now confirmed Roxy Perez and Alexa Bliss, following their issues and Roxy's betrayal of Alexa, will go one-on-one next week on Raw, plus a star-studded main event as CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes will face Imperium. Now moving on to the pay-per-views themselves. First, King of the Ring. Here you have the official confirmation that it will be the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, defending his WWE Championship against the Ring General Gunther in a 60-minute Iron Man match. Plus, the third encounter between CM Punk and Mr. Money in the Bank Chad Gable will take place in Arena, Mexico next weekend. And then, the day after King of the Ring is Evolution, which will see the 8-woman tag team match as Maki, Marika, Mizuki, and Tam of J-Flow finally go 4-on-4 with Club Venus and Mina Shirakawa, Kenzie Page, Kylie Page, and Victoria Shields. Plus, just announced, Becky Lynch, the man, the GOAT, will go one-on-one with Killer Kelly at Evolution. 83 rated main event. Xavier Woods. There's a lot of pressure on him in this tournament, you know. The future of the New Day, as we know it, lies in question here. You know, Biggie and Kofi have backed their boy to go all the way. Woods, he says he's going to go all the way or else he lets Big E and Kofi down. His first step is Damian Priest, a man who's had his number recently. And Xavier Woods does overcome the odds. He defeats Damian Priest in 14 minutes and 31 with a Shining Wizard, earning him a match with Montez Ford next week in the Raw King of the Ring semi-final. 81 for Woods, 90 for Priest. And yeah, that's a pretty fine main event. As the show closes, as the New Day will get into the ring celebrating, New Day rocks, Woods is one step closer to not only his dream of being King of the Ring, but the World Championship. When he turns around, and he's ripped in half by Bronson Steiner's spear. He starts barking at Xavier Woods, going, "Oof, oof, oof." Kofi's like, "What the fuck you doing, bro?" He gets ripped in half with a spear. And then Big E and Bronson Steiner get in each other's face. Big E's all pissed off. He's getting ready to fight Bronson Steiner. They start exchanging strikes. Steiner pushes him up against the ropes. He then spears the fuck out of Big E as well. He backs into the corner, rips Big E in half with another spear. He grabs a mic, and he goes, "Hey, Paul, that suspension, it's over. And I ain't going anywhere." Slams the mic down, and he leaves through the crowd. Bronson Steiner is back. The suspension is indeed over, and he's just laid waste to the New Day to end this show. 89 rated show. Yeah, pretty good. I think since moving over to the new game, like the way the new angle system works has allowed me to feel like I'm booking more realistically. And I like that. And we still get good segment ratings like this one. There's still some weird stuff going on with the background plays and stuff. But all in all, it's not that much. It's not hampering my enjoyment of the shows too much. But it's fine. And also, it's just early TEW save stuff where, like, your ratings are always down for like the first 2 or 3 months. So maybe whether that the matches are fine though. The matches are scoring 90s. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side for Heat, where we did learn that Zoe Stark will challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's Liberty Championship. We kick off the show with an 81 rated tag team match. I sort of just wanted to test Roxy and Cora in tag matches. Now they're a team. I saw a chemistry note and I got excited, but it's for Alba and Iona, so it's fine. But they've got neutral chemistry, not negative chemistry, so we can go full steam ahead with them being friends. But yeah, Cora Jade does pin Alba Fire with the double underhook DDT. 80 for Roxy, 76 for Cora, 75 for Alba Fire, 65 for Iona Webb. And yeah, nice little opening tag match to kick off this episode of Heat. We then get 43, and it says the crowd was turned up having pre-show matches that they have no investment in. That seems like that's been buffed. Like, the penalties have been buffed. Like, if it has, like, that's a W change. Good job, Adam Ryland, for doing that. But I feel like on the last game, this would have been penalised a lot more than that. I sort of forgot Scarlett was unimportant. But Scarlett versus Wendy Chu was the match advertised. But Wendy Chu comes out and she's, spooky Wendy. We get jump scared by her spookiness, and she puts Scarlett to sleep in 7 minutes of 20. 57 for Scarlett, 44 for Wendy. Yeah, the match getting a 43 based on them both being unimportant does feel like a big jump. So I don't know. I never read that it got the penalties for that got nerfed, but if it has, then I like that change. Liv and Sonya Deville then come out for a tag team match coming up next, when Kiana James walks out on stage and she goes, hold on ladies, I know that you've been preparing for a tag team match tonight against Nightlight, Naomi and Shantae Washington, but I rang Naomi and Shantae and said they weren't needed here tonight, so they're not here. But don't worry, I've got a new match that you two can take part in. Next gen music hits, and apparently I can't do 5-on-2. Apparently the max I can go is 4-on-2, so Kathy Cole's not in this match. But next gen defeat Sonya and Liv in a handicap match. Kiana James, obviously in cahoots with Sasha Banks, has next gen in her back pocket. So they defeat Liv and Sonya here in a 4-on-2 handicap match. with Nene Arizawa, the muscle, pinning Sonya Deville with the winning kick. 73 for Sonya, 74 for Liv, 44 for Samantha Riggs, 59 for Lucy Striker, 57 for Nene, and a 60 for Tracy. And yeah, this little alliance is starting to look very dangerous. With Kiana James, Sasha Banks, and Next Gen, and apparently now Indy Hartwell again. And our main event gets an 80. Rhea Ripley does defend the championship against Zoe Stark, of course she does. 90 for... Becky's still on fucking commentary. God, I forgot. I didn't even realise that. She's not supposed to still be on commentary. That was a 1 week thing. But, yeah, I'll take her off as soon as this show's finished. Rhea gets a 90, Zoe gets a 56, the match gets an 80. Rhea makes events number 9 of the WWE Women's WWE title. Did this match only exist to give Rhea another defense so that the match Evolution with Candice is her 10th defense or bust? Yes. I'm not even going to pretend no. But yeah, Rhea does retain here tonight, and she will be on SmackDown this week to confront Candice LeRae. 77 rated. That's actually a pretty good episode of Heat. Yeah, a lot better than the speed-filled episode of Velocity, but hey, you all wanted WWE Speed, so here you go. But yeah, what matters more is what you thought of the show. Do let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you next time for ECW. I actually missed last week's ECW. I think Russo ran the whole show. I hope nothing important happened. But yeah, I'll see you then.